There are 5 teams in the top 12 in the country that took a loss this weekend. I want you to tell me who you are most concerned about going forward. We had Purdue's loss to Northwestern. We had UConn's loss to Kansas. We had Marquette's loss to Wisconsin. We had Duke's loss to Georgia Tech. And we had Kentucky's loss to UNC-Wilmington. All surprising? Maybe UConn's wasn't surprising. The rest were surprising. Which one are you most concerned about?
Ooh, let's see. So we're looking at this as most concerned, like long-term moving forward. Because I think without question, the worst loss is Kentucky at home losing to Wilmington. I don't think that's up for debate. Duke's loss was to Georgia Tech. It was on the road though. But I think the team I'm most worried about moving forward long term is Duke to me. Just because I think that the initial thoughts we had about that team being somewhat soft and not being as good as we thought are very relevant. I saw a team yesterday that was unable to do simple basketball things as far as guarding pick and rolls. Like, you can't in a 2-minute game get pick and roll lob dunks on you. Like that's just like simple basketball communication defensively. And to me, that's mental toughness in that situation. And also mental toughness to me means just toughness in general. And that equates to, carry the 2, add the 1, whatever you want to do math wise. I think the team is somewhat soft, whether it's mentally, physically, whatever you want to say. And I don't know if that's necessarily changing either. I think that is what it is. Can they still be successful? Yeah. But I don't think I can ever commit to this team and take them seriously because of the makeup of
them. Okay.
And also I came into this ready to take Kentucky and I switched to Duke at the end.
I don't know that I have a clear answer. I'm perfectly okay with Duke being the right answer. I think they are soft. I also think they're going to win a lot of games in the ACC by default. And I think more than anything, Duke is just a team I don't trust in away games right now. And that's not changing until I see it from Shire and Flip and Proctor. As long as that's your core, your coach and your 2 guys, I think they're going to stink on the road. We need to be fading Duke every single time they're a road favorite this year. That's an auto play going forward. I will say I'm most surprised, not even by Kentucky. I'm most surprised by Marquette. I thought Marquette would be better than this. And look, losing at Wisconsin in a game where Klesmit scores 20 points in the first half, you can kind of explain that away with Kohl Center voodoo. That happens. But I was told that Marquette brought everybody back and was supposed to be better than this. And
they got hammered on the offensive glass by Colin Wall. And once again, like we forgot about it. Like Oso's great, but like once again, Joplin and Gold are not Omax. Yeah. Like when they're good and hitting shots and threes, it's great. If they're not doing that, they're not giving you anything else.
Was this a big hit to your Oso second best big in the country campaign?
No, it was not. I still think Oso is.
I feel like giving up a bunch of rebounds to Steven Crowell and Tyler Wall should disqualify you from being the second best big in the country.
But the thing is, like, he's boxing out one. Whoever he's not, the other guy's getting it.
I think the second best big in the country just gets the rebounds, whether he's boxing out or not, against Steven Crowell and Tyler Wall. Like,
okay, all right, so yeah, okay, so maybe Hunter Dickinson is the second best.
It's not a great look. Not a great look.
But Oso's third. Oso's third.
Listen, man, I've seen Hunter Dickinson against Steven Crowell and Tyler Wall. I've seen him lose games against those guys. He's always dominated those guys. I don't think Oso dominated those guys tonight. Okay, so I said most surprising was Marquette. The one I actually think I might be most concerned with, I hate to say this, I'm literally going to hit myself in the face after this. I think it's Purdue. I'm pretty excited to talk to the Boilers in the Stands guys after this because I'm terrified. I'm terrified that Braden Smith is just going to do this in pressure moments his whole career. That's my fear here. I don't have fears with the roster. I think Painter did plug the holes. If you listen to me in the recap, like I last year, it felt like they were a couple guys short. This year, I don't think they're a couple guys short. I just think Braden stops being Braden when there's 4 minutes left and he's in a tie game. And I don't think that's going to change.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it and simplify it, but like, all right, Greg, this right here, this is Purdue this year. Okay. I'm gonna go show you Purdue last year. It looks very similar, doesn't it? It looks eerily similar, doesn't it? Maybe a little bit of a difference, but it looks kind of similar.
Did you actually just change something?
No, I didn't change anything. It's the same. It's the same.
Couldn't tell if you like changed a color shirt or a hat or something.
Oh.
It's not the same though. I'm gonna push back on you on that. It's not exactly the same.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. We got Lance Jones, so let me fold my hat up one more.
But like, no, like Heidi can do some stuff off the bench. In theory, TKR is supposed to help him. Like Miles Colvin only played 2 minutes in the loss. He needs to play more. But like, I really do. I think they answered the roster questions. Those guys just need to play better. But like the larger issue is even if Lance Jones plays better, if Braden Smith tries to throw no look behind his head passes, they're losing these games, right? Like
I was
don't get it.
I think I texted you. And I said I was disappointed that Braden was doing that. And that's like, come on, man, you're better than that.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I really don't. UConn, not worried about them. That was a game I still am kind of confused how they lost down the stretch, other than Kevin McCullough was just brilliant. But they need more from Klingon. Tristan Newton's a superstar. Like, I don't feel worse about UConn after the loss at Kansas at all.
At Fog Allen, like,
yeah, is what it is. By the way, our boy Braden Turner was in my DMs over the weekend, and he wants to get us out to Fog Allen. So we might need to plan a trip in conference play this season.
Oh, I'm there.
Yeah, I'm just throwing that out on the fly, but I would love to, Braden. If you're listening to this, we would love to make that happen. And then you mentioned Kentucky. You came in expecting Kentucky to be your answer, but you changed. Mm-hmm. Where are you at with Kentucky right now?
I think the concept or the talking point of Kentucky being a young basketball team showed itself yesterday to me. I just thought there were some things lacking. You got to realize that they might be one of those teams where when things are going great, it's going great. I don't know if they can win games when things aren't going great. And I got to see them do that. But I don't know if they can win games when things aren't going great.
Is it just like a play up and down to your competition thing?
Not necessarily, because I think that, I mean, to me yesterday, it wasn't even play like to your competition thing. It was like the right guys aren't shooting the shots type thing. We're not going to things that are working because we want to ISO, or we're doing dumb fouls, or we're letting guys blow past us because we're not having, solid defensive principles type thing.
Yeah, the scary thing for me was Reed Sheppard was sensational again.
Reed Sheppard should be in the Naismith talk.
I don't get him. I really don't. Like there's so many good college basketball players through the years that come through, and I'm like, yep, makes sense. That guy sick. Reed Sheppard is incredible. I don't get him. I don't get how he's this good. Like, I don't watch his game and think like that guy's a superstar, but I should. You know what I mean? And then he puts up superstar numbers that don't even feel like he's putting up superstar numbers.
Yeah, if it was anybody, like if Rob Dillingham was putting up Reed Sheppard numbers, we'd be singing like number one pick, best college player of all time. But because it's Reed Sheppard and he has a bowl cut, we don't.
Yeah, it's truly baffling to me. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way.
Neither do I.
He puts up the quietest superstar lines every single game. And
yes.
Honestly, that's a praise comment towards him.
And clamps up on the defensive end. Like,
all right. So just one word answers for all five: high, medium, low. What's your concern level? Purdue.
Purdue, medium.
Mine's high. UConn. Okay. High, medium, low.
Low.
Marquette.
Low.
Medium for me.
Cole Center.
Yeah, that's why it's medium for me and not high. Duke.
High.
Kentucky.
Yeah. Medium.
Yeah, it's got to be medium. Medium. All right, that was a fun segment. Hopefully good teams start winning games so we don't have to do that every single week. I'd much rather talk about wins.